Have you ever felt a pain so deep that it didn't belong to your body, but to your soul? Not the kind a doctor can diagnose, not the sadness you can explain to a friend. It's the quiet ache that shakes your whole existence. The air feels heavy, like a storm about to break. Something unseen is watching, waiting for you to notice. If this has been happening to you, it's not random. It's not bad luck. It's not even punishment. It's a prophecy. Because only the chosen ones feel this pain right before their awakening. In this video, I'll reveal 6 powerful signs that the pain you feel is proof your spirit is stepping into the most important season of your life. Stay until the very end, because the last sign is the one most people miss. It's the one that changes everything, and if you overlook it, you could delay your calling for years. Think of this as a guided journey. Each sign connects to the next, and the picture is only complete when you reach the final piece. If your spirit knows this message is for you, like this video right now, subscribe, and type 777 in the comments, because 777 is the number of divine alignment and completion. As you watch, you'll start noticing patterns you never connected before. You'll realize certain moments in your life were not coincidences, but messages. So let's begin. Because the pain you carry today is the doorway to the life you were born to live. Have you noticed that the heaviest part of a storm isn't when the rain falls, but right before the first drop hits the ground? That thick air, that unnatural stillness, that's what this moment in your life feels like. Heavy, unshakable, almost unbearable. You wake up tired, even after a full night's sleep. Your thoughts feel slow. Your body moves as if through water. Yet deep down, you know something is building. This weight isn't here to crush you, it's here to prepare you. Like an archer pulling back the string, the more tension, the farther the arrow will fly. Right now, your soul is being pulled back by destiny. The tension you feel is the energy that will launch you forward. Most people see heaviness as a sign something is wrong. But for the chosen ones, it's a sign you're carrying seeds. Seeds of transformation that only break open under pressure. You have a higher capacity to hold spiritual energy. Your body is adjusting. Your spirit is stretching. Your old life is dissolving while the new one hasn't fully taken shape. It's uncomfortable. It feels unfair, but it's holy. Like gold refined in fire, the heat removes every impurity, leaving only what's pure. During this stage, you may feel disconnected from people you once understood perfectly. You might cry without knowing why. Don't fight it. Don't numb it. Sit with it. Breathe through it. Ask your spirit, what are you making space for in me? Because this pain is actually space being carved for joy you've never experienced. And when that joy comes, it will feel like the first deep breath after holding your lungs empty for too long. This stage can trick you into thinking you've gone backwards, that your spark is gone, your faith weaker, your purpose lost. It hasn't vanished. It's just buried under the weight, waiting for the lift. And the lift will come, sometimes slowly, like sunlight melting frozen ground. Sometimes suddenly, when the weight is gone and you can run again. When it happens, you'll see why you had to endure it. Because the weight trained your spirit to hold more light, and that light will lead you to the next sign, a sign even more challenging. Because while the weight is something you feel inside, the next shift is something the world will see too. We're about to step into it. There comes a moment in every chosen one's journey when the noise of the world fades, not because it became quiet, but because you stepped away. Friends stop calling. Invitations disappear. Even in a crowded room, you feel invisible, like you're behind a glass wall watching life happen without you. At first, you wonder if you did something wrong. You replay conversations in your mind. You search for clues in messages, trying to pinpoint when the distance began. But this isolation is not rejection, it's redirection. Chosen ones are pulled away from the crowd so they can hear what they could never hear in the noise. Think of a lighthouse on a cliff, battered by wind and waves, yet its light reaches farther than any house inland. Its purpose requires solitude. Right now, you're in a lighthouse moment. This separation is sacred space, meant for refining, aligning, and deepening your connection with the one who called you. But solitude can play tricks on the mind. It whispers that you've been abandoned, forgotten, maybe never chosen at all. That's why this stage is dangerous. Some run from it, filling their days with noise, clinging to old habits. But if you rush through, you miss the treasure it holds. Because here, your identity is rebuilt, piece by piece, layer by layer. It's like the wilderness journeys of old, when prophets and warriors were led away to face deserts, wild beasts, and their own shadows. Every chosen one must walk this desert to discover what cannot be taken from them: their calling, their resilience, their unshakable core. And exile reveals the truth about your connections, who was there for your title, and who was there for your soul. It can hurt, but it sets you free. You may lose people in this season, but you gain clarity. You gain spiritual strength. And when you return to the world, you'll carry a light no opinion can dim. Still, this stage can feel endless, like the walls are closing in. When that happens, remember, exile is not forever. It's a temporary classroom. And when the lesson is complete, the door will open. On the other side, your senses will be sharper, your heart more sensitive. You'll walk into a room and feel the unspoken. That is the next sign of awakening. While this sensitivity is a gift, it can also be a burden if you don't know how to hold it. And that's where many chosen ones stumble. We're about to step into that stage next. You walk into a room, and before anyone speaks, you already know who carries joy and who hides pain. You sense tension in the air, like invisible static. You feel heaviness in a handshake, or sadness behind a smile. At first, you might think you're imagining it, but this is one of the clearest signs that your spiritual senses are awakening. It's as if life's volume has been turned up. Now you hear what others can't, see what others miss, feel what others ignore. But this gift can feel like a curse, because it doesn't just reveal beauty. It also exposes pain, anger, and hidden darkness. Some days, you wake up fine. But after being around certain people, you feel drained, confused, or anxious for no reason. That's not your energy. It's your spirit picking up the atmosphere. Chosen ones often develop this after isolation. Their sensitivity sharpened in silence. Now, every vibration registers deeper, like a musician who trains in quiet, then steps outside and hears every note in the chaos. Your spirit is no different, but if you don't learn to manage it, it can overwhelm you. You might avoid crowds, skip family gatherings, or feel anxious in public spaces. That's why you need spiritual boundaries. Like locking your home at night, you must guard the door to your spirit. This could mean starting your day with prayer, setting intentions before you leave, or visualizing yourself surrounded by light that nothing negative can penetrate. Boundaries don't dull your gift. They strengthen it. You choose when to tune in and when to protect your peace. But this sensitivity isn't just about people. You begin sensing shifts in the unseen, waking at unusual hours, feeling a presence, knowing something before it happens. It can feel unsettling, but don't fear it. Your spirit is learning a new language, one of whispers and nudges. The more you honor it, the clearer it gets. It can guide you away from danger or toward opportunities you'd never notice. Some call it intuition. Some call it discernment. Either way, it's a sign your spirit is stepping into its higher role. But the more light you carry, the more cracks appear in your old life. People, habits, and beliefs that no longer fit will begin to fall away. That is the next sign of awakening. It's not gentle. It's not comfortable. It's the collapse of the old self. And once it begins, you can't stop it. Only surrender. We're about to step into that stage next. One day you wake up and realize the person you were yesterday no longer fits. The clothes in your closet feel wrong. The music you loved sounds different. Conversations you once enjoyed now feel shallow. It's like watching your reflection crack until it no longer matches your soul. This stage can be terrifying. You've built your life around this old self, worn labels for years. Good friend, loyal partner, successful professional, the dependable one. Now those labels feel heavy, like costumes you can't wait to take off. Chosen ones face this collapse because awakening demands space. And the old self, with its habits and fears, cannot survive where you're going. Like a snake shedding its skin. If it refuses, the skin becomes a cage. The collapse isn't only inside, it shows up outside too. Relationships fade. Jobs that once felt secure become prisons. Plans dissolve before your eyes. At first, you fight it. You try to hold things together, patch the cracks, pretend nothing is changing. But this stage doesn't ask for maintenance. It asks for surrender. When a building is unsafe, you tear it down to build something new. The same is true for your life. Yes, it's painful. You might feel lost, unsure of who you are without the familiar. But you're not losing yourself. You're meeting yourself for the first time. This stage strips away what isn't truly you, clearing the fog so you can see the path you were meant to walk. Think of a forest fire. In the moment, it looks like destruction, but beneath the ashes, seeds dormant for years begin to grow. That's your soul now. The collapse clears space for your true nature, your calling, your destiny. You also start seeing your past differently, realizing heartbreaks freed you from cages you didn't know you were in. As liberating as it is, this stage leaves you open and raw, and in that openness, your spirit begins to receive messages in ways you've never experienced. Dreams become vivid. Visions appear in quiet moments. Signs seem to follow you everywhere, and that is the next sign of awakening. If you've been ignoring your dreams, you'll soon see. They are not just dreams at all. You close your eyes at night expecting the usual blur. Dreams you forget as soon as you wake. But lately, it's different. You see places you've never been, hear voices calling your name, wake up remembering faces you've never met, yet they feel familiar. Some dreams are so vivid, you wake unsure which world is real. This isn't random imagination, it's your spirit traveling, receiving messages from realms most people never touch. Chosen ones experience this because sleep becomes the safest place to receive without interference. Your mind is quiet, your defenses are down. Truth can finally slip in. It might be a vision of the future, or a replay of the past from a new angle. It might be symbols, objects, or repeating numbers that seem meaningless at first, but reveal deep meaning over time. Think of dreams as encrypted letters from the divine. Your waking mind may not understand, but your spirit does. Ignore them, and they often get louder, more vivid, more urgent. Some leave you comforted, others confront you, forcing you to face truths you avoid when awake. That's why you must keep a dream journal. Write every detail, even what feels meaningless. Over time, patterns will appear, connections will form, messages will unfold. In ancient times, leaders sought guidance from dreams. Prophets received warnings through them. Now, this same channel opens for you. But here's the warning. When dreams speak louder than reality, you may feel disconnected from the physical world. It's tempting to stay there, chasing visions. Remember, the purpose of a message is not to keep you dreaming, but to move you into action. Ask how the dream makes you feel. Is it pushing you toward a decision, warning you about someone, showing you who you're meant to become? The more you act on these messages, the more precise they get. For many chosen ones, this stage is the bridge to the final sign of awakening, a moment where the pain you've carried, the isolation endured, the sensitivity learned, the collapse survived, and the dreams received, all meet in one point. And in that moment, the pain doesn't just sit in your chest, it transforms. It becomes light. That is the last sign. Until now, the pain felt heavy, like a stone pressing on your soul. But one day, something shifts. The pain is still there, but it fuels you. It becomes fire in your heart, warming you in the cold, lighting your path. This is when chosen ones understand. The pain was never the enemy. It was the teacher. Every tear, every lonely night, every unanswered question was shaping you, refining you, making you the vessel you were meant to be. Your pain is proof you've survived battles others can't see. It's the mark of your calling, like gold refined in fire. The same flames that melt it, make it pure. Your pain is that fire, and now you step out shining in ways you couldn't before. You stop asking, why me, and start asking, what now? The pain transforms into purpose. You feel drawn to guide others through valleys you once walked. You become the lighthouse you wished for in your darkest nights. This stage matters because until pain becomes light, you carry it for yourself. But once transformed, you carry it for others, as a healer, a voice of hope. When pain turns to light, life doesn't become perfect. Storms still come, but they no longer drown you. They water the seeds you've planted. People will notice. They may not understand, but they'll feel it. They'll see how you shift the atmosphere. They'll feel the peace you carry even in chaos. And you'll look back at the weight you carried, the isolation you endured, the sensitivity you learned to guard, the collapse that broke you, the dreams that called you. And see, they all led you here, to the moment your awakening becomes complete. If you feel that fire now, you are closer than you think. But this is not the end of your journey. It's the beginning of a new one, where you walk in your calling, carry your light, and change lives simply by being who you are. And if you've stayed until now, there's a deeper layer to this awakening that almost no one talks about. It's waiting for you in the video appearing on your screen. You didn't find this message by accident. You were guided here because your spirit was ready to remember. Every sign we walked through today was a mirror of your own journey, a reminder that you are not broken, you are becoming. The wait before the lift, the exile that refined you, the sensitivity that opened your spiritual eyes, the collapse that stripped away false layers, the dreams that whispered your next steps, and the pain that became light. These are not random events. They are the sacred sequence of a chosen one's awakening. If you recognized yourself in these words, you already know you're standing at the threshold of your next chapter. Awakening is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong unfolding. The art of walking with eyes open, spirit alert, and heart ready to answer the call. There will still be days when the weight returns, when isolation feels sharp, when the old self tries to rebuild. But now you'll know, these moments are not setbacks. They're reminders you're still on the path. Not everyone will understand you, and that's okay. This journey is narrow. It's sacred. It's yours. If this message spoke to your spirit, write in the comments, "I carry the light," because when you speak it, you give it room to grow. Share this video with someone who might be walking through the same signs. They may not even realize yet that they're on the edge of becoming who they were born to be. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now, to stay connected to a place where your journey is understood, your growth is celebrated, and your light is never too much. When you're ready to go deeper, click the video on your screen, because what we've covered here is only the beginning. Your awakening is calling. It's time to answer.